has no dominion over me. You know why? I'm not the first. I heard David pray the prayer. He says, let no iniquity have dominion over me. It means there is an agenda in the camp of darkness where they test run particular infirmities on men to find the particular sin that is compatible with the lust of that person, so that that sin can have dominion over them. Satan doesn't want you to commit many sins. He wants to identify one sin that is compatible with your lust and then build a routine around that sin, so that any day you begin to touch certain heights in consecration, they open that one that is your besetting sin. In Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1, it says, seeing then that we are surrounded with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us. It was an inclusive language Apostle Paul was using, because he knows that it is a challenge that buffets believers. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin that easily beset us. Hey, Satan knows you will be rising and falling. I'm sorry, Lord, I've sinned again. Popular prayer. He knows that on the day you will draw your last breath, you will not be prepared, because he will come like a thief. He will come in that moment where you were still marking register of iniquity. Somebody will pray that prayer this night. Let no iniquity have dominion over me. They have tried. See, listen. It's not time. We have 5 more minutes. You are not the first. They have studied your ancestors. I told you last week. They know where your grandfather fell. They know where your father fell. They know the particular proclivity, the tendency that is domiciled in that bloodline. And anybody who wants to become too audacious, they say it's because we have been test running other things. Bring what brings them down. There are families that everybody in the family is a victim of the spirit of lust. Everybody is under lust. It's like follow come charger. I told you about the nursery 2 boy. Nursery 2 in Sabo Jari is raising somebody's skirt up. Nursery 2. Who taught him? Follow come. As at nursery 2, he's looking for something, and the demons that when they saw him, they say, give him time. You mean that as at this age you are already this effective? So what they do is that they use the next 15 years to master his soul, so that in the season of his manifestation, he will burn pride for Satan. You will not know how this guy has this kind of inspiration. He was mastered for more than 15 years. They identified him on time. This is how righteousness too can flow to your seed. The same way iniquity can journey from one generation to another, because you accommodated an atmosphere of sin. Another generation can become victims of your compromise. You will see David crying, have mercy upon me. And he brought one defense before God. He says, behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother bear me. This was the only thing he brought when they say, why did you take another man's wife? Why did you kill the man? He says, I was shapen in it. It's not even an excuse. Now some of you, although they gave you layers of warfare, layers of besetting sin to break out from before, you can even answer ordination. You too, you are increasing the depth, the layer of that sin, so that you will transfer. So, hey. Your great grandfather married 6 wives. Grandfather married 6 wives. You know that because of modernization, you are probably not going to marry 6 wives, but you will keep many concubines. It's the same thing. You understand? The only difference is that they hit their chest and say, this is who we are. Now, the way you will know what is waiting for you, 2 ways. First, look at who bear you. That's number 1. Number 2, look at the kind of bodies that are moving on your inside. Just you will know yourself. This is why we fast. The fasting is not because of nightmare. We are fasting to tame something. There's a prophecy that if we give the flesh room, it will flow in. You don't know who you are. When the right conditions are created, you know now you just kneel down small and say, we lift up holy hands. If Satan finish with you, done. There's one deliverance God gave me. He showed me myself, after, if Satan finished with me, what I would look like. I don't like if you see that thing. It was like skeleton, only my head. The bones were Jesus. I was lying down, guys. I could not stand again. You know, it's you they are begging and say, flee. Wherever you are, please don't get distracted. Just pray for the next 3 minutes. Let no iniquity have dominion over me. Whatever the practice, whatever the structure, whatever the weapon of darkness is for my destiny, I rise above it. Let the chains fall from my hands. Let the fetters, let it fall from my feet. Two, everybody here who is journeying on the path of destiny and they have hit roadblocks, they have hit those seasons of resistance and nothing is looking like it again. You don't know where the next step will come from. You don't know where the next help will come from. Like Joseph, everything looks as though God is against you. I need somebody to pray, oh God, your light of divine direction, shine upon my path again. Give me a sign, give me a sign that you are with me. Show me the way, and you shall hear a voice from behind you saying, this is the way.